A test match, day 3 here at Dhaka, Bangladesh, Australia. It's a pulsating finish we're going to have on day 4. Adam Collins here with Mohammad Assam. Day 3 is usually moving day in a golf major, but today it was shifts and spurts all day, and finally Australia vaguely ended up on top at stumps, but only just. That Bangladesh may have just blown an opportunity in that last hour or so to really take the ascendancy.
Yeah, they took 2 wickets, but I feel there were a couple of chances that should have taken. I think Imrul Kayas and Shomo Shaka would rue those 2 drop chances. Imrul's both were kind of hard, but I still think that these are the chances that you take in to win such test matches in Australia. There were a lot of missed opportunities while they batted, but yeah, I mean the last couple of hours Bangladesh had a lot of things going for them, and then the pressure started to build on them as well. So I think as you could have seen the field placings, that said a lot about what the confidence was towards the last few overs.
Yeah, there were 4 men out towards the boundary in the last couple of overs, despite the fact that they'd more or less shut up shop. Having said that, David Warner has scampered to 75 not out in almost no time. They're put on 79, he and Steve Smith is on 25, far more conservative approach. He was given out stumped first ball when the score was 28 for 2. He thought it was 28 for 3. He was 3/4 of the way off the field, but he was in by a millimetre.
Yeah, that was one moment. I mean, if that wicket had fallen, I think Australia would have been in huge trouble, and it could have resulted in a few more wickets in the evening, because we saw it in the first day as well. Australia had a hard time in the last hour. So that was a crucial decision. It was a good decision in the end. I thought it was still some parts of his boot was inside, and I think that slightly broke Bangladesh. They went a little off kilter at that point.
Yeah, relatively soft underbelly the Australian lower to middle order seem to have, but instead it is the captain and the vice captain, Smith and Warner, who are there at stumps on day 3. They need 156 more. Bangladesh require 8 wickets. We couldn't have a better placed test match after day 3, could we?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, tomorrow morning I think there will be a pretty large crowd in as well, because everyone's looking for tickets now, because it's that type of a test match. Bangladesh have faced such situations in the past, notably against England, when England had raced to 100 for no loss and they were bowled out for 170 odd. Lost 10 wickets in a session, so they know how to do these things. I think they have the bowlers. The wicket, I think, is still helping the bowling side, the spinners. So it won't be an easy thing for Australia. Won't be easy for Bangladesh, because I think Smith and Warner are batting quite well.
And how are your nerves? You've been covering this Bangladesh side for well over a decade now. You've never seen them play Australia, let alone beat Australia in all that time. They beat England last year, Sri Lanka this year. How big a deal would this be, and how are you feeling watching this?
Yeah, it's gets a little nervy at times, but I think a few of these mistakes that you make, you tend to think that there are certain areas where they can quickly improve upon, namely the batting. I think today there was a great opportunity for Tamim to score 100, Mushfiq to get a big score, but those things missed out. And then you had guys like Sabbir and obviously Nasir Hussain, who they're having a hard time staying in the team, although Nasir just came in. I think that it had the makings of a sort of, they could have made something out of it, but some wrong decisions I felt, and obviously Mushfiq was quite unlucky. Sabbir was also unlucky, but then he had 2 reviews up his sleeve. He could have used that. So small things, but this will teach them a lot of things. But again, you can take a lot out of a defeat or a lot out of a win. In Bangladesh, the problem is you don't take a lot of lessons out of a win. You take a lot of lessons out of a defeat.
Tamim made 76 in his 50th test match. He's made a couple of 70s in this match. Yeah. Crucial batting with Mushfiq either side of the lunch break. There was that great run out by Nathan Lyon, which started the ball rolling for Australia, got the momentum going, and it continued with his bowling. He took 6 wickets, and it takes him past Graham Swan. He's taken now 256 test wickets, Nathan Lyon. Quite a week of records for him.
Yeah, quite a week and he's the leading bowler in the Australian side. You could see, I mean, after Josh Hazlewood got injured, he had to take it over, like completely. It was one bowler short, and a lot of things were going against Australia at that point with that run out, and he just kept rolling. And this is how it happens in the subcontinent. I mean, you've seen it before. 1 wicket falls and then a lot of things spark. So I think he's got that groove now. So Australia is in the right position because of him.
Couple of crucial wickets to Pat Cummins as well. We're about to hear from him at the press conference. I believe we're going to get an update on Josh Hazlewood's health or otherwise. He did a side strain today. That could have wide-reaching implications for the rest of, well, certainly the rest of this tour, and even indeed the Ashes. That's not far away as well as far as Australian viewers are concerned. But they managed to today, just a little quirky one before we go. Usman Khawaja bowling an over. That would have been the least likely scenario when we came back from lunch.
I think that said a lot about what Australia are thinking about Bangladesh, that they're looking for ways to get them out. I'm sure it was not too tactical. It was a sort of a punt, and I felt that with guys like Usman Khawaja or even Maxwell bowling, I think that's when you realize that Australia are really thinking about trying everything against Bangladesh. I think that's where the respect comes.
It was a pretty clever change of ends in the end because Cummins got a wicket in the following over. It's about enough from us, I think. Mohammad Assam and Adam Collins with you here at Dhaka. We'll be with you on day 4, certain to be the final day of this pulsating test match. We'll catch you then.